part 2 of this because I got an Amazon package, so I had to stop. But I was talking about Elizabeth and how she has to be here for Finn. That's her purpose, to be here for Finn. Not helping Maxie. Not being a part of that. No. We have first, like, Halloween Town actress, like, who's I'm sure is like a lovely person. You know, this is nothing against the actress, right? Because I'm sure she's lovely and I'm happy she has a job. But, like, really? Because we could have played this so well. Elizabeth, until literally last week, thought that Jason killed Franco. That's what she thought. And she could have went, with the knowledge that he did not kill Franco, that it was actually Peter August, she could have went to Peter and been like, Peter, I think it's crazy that all of these people are talking so much shit about you. It's insane, because Jason, he's the real villain. He is the villain who killed my precious Franco. And, like, got in there. She could have been in it. She could have been in it to win it. And she could have got all of the tea on Peter August. Because why wouldn't he trust her? Jason killed Franco. Jason, not Peter August, right? That's what she believes. Like, we could have done this. Like, honey, what are we doing? That's what I'm saying. What are we doing? Scott Baldwin. I mean, like, he's getting some. And we're all very happy for Scott Baldwin, right? We're extremely happy for Scott Baldwin. He deserves it. But also miserable. His son's dead. His son, who he was very close to, like, him and Franco were very close. But, you know, miserable. And that's just Scott's character now. Because anytime they get him a kid, they're like, we gotta kill this kid. I don't know why. And everybody's like, let's have, oh my God, Serena. Let's have Serena come back. No, because she'd be dead. She would be dead in a year. Because, like, keep Serena far away from poor Charles. Keep her away. Because, like, that's how you keep that character alive. That's the only way. It's the only way I've ever seen. It's the only way. And so if you want Serena to live, she's gotta not be there. And so, Maxie. Miserable. She just found out her baby daddy is literally the Antichrist. I mean, miserable. She's miserable. She's got to team up with her nemesis because her best friend's in a coma. Her best friend's in a coma. And the best friend co-signed this, so honestly, you don't need Lulu. Lulu would not help in this situation. She'd be, like, yelling at Peter in the hallways. She'd be like, Peter, you're evil. She would not play along. And I don't know if it's just, like, like I said, I don't want to bash actors in this. I don't. Because, like, I honestly believe that they just play it in different styles. Like, they're just like, this is who I think Lulu Spencer is, you know. So I don't want to bash her. But, like, she is, like, the weakest of all the Spencers. Like, she's the weakest. Like, she's just the weak. When she got herself, like, kidnapped, and I understood that was, like, to switch out the actors, right? That was so you could switch out Julie Marie Berman with Emery Lynn. That makes sense. But, like, when she got herself kidnapped by the Castanets, I'm like, oh, your Laura is popping out. And Laura's not even that character anymore. Laura's a fucking baddie. Like, I'm gonna get to Laura in a second. Like, but Lulu would be so ineffectual in this. She would ruin it. She would ruin the plan. She would ruin this plan. I don't even know what the plan is, but she would ruin it. She would be the one who ruined it. She'd get herself tied to a bomb. She'd get herself, you know, I don't know, stabbed again. You know, something. It wouldn't be good. We don't need Lulu. We don't. And that hurts me the most. Like, I want her to come back. I'm not saying, like, keep Lulu away, right? No, I'm not saying that. But, like, we don't need her in this. Like, she can stay in a coma until this gets resolved. Because she would not be effectual. No. Moving on. We can stay with Maxie's family. Mac and Felicia, their freaking bar blew up. their bar, their livelihood. And, like, I don't know if you guys remember, but Felicia was really filling that bar. She was really filling that bar. She was like, I really like doing this. This is, like, my vibe. If I can't be a super spy, I'm going to be a bartender. Like, and for some reason, that works for her. That works for her in a way that it does not work for Sonny Corinthos. That it doesn't work. I'm going to get to Sonny, but since he's, like, technically dead, I didn't say him with the Corinthoses. I might say him after I finish up with the Scorpios. But yeah, Felicia, Mac, miserable. Miserable. Their bar is gone. Their daughter is impregnated by a lunatic who they co-signed because she browbeat them into it. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Maxie's really running around like, why didn't anybody warn me? Like, girl, everybody warned you. And then you yelled at them. And so your immediate family was like, well, I guess we're going to have to co-sign this. You know, like, I guess this is what we're doing. And then everybody else was like, no, Peter's trash. And you weren't trying to hear it. So now they have to carry unnecessary guilt for not being more aggressive. For not being more aggressive with you. With you. When you did this. Like, you did this. But they're miserable. Robert. Holly is presumed dead. One of the several people on this show presumed dead. And he's miserable. He can't get Peter. He can't do law. We honestly have absolutely no proof that Robert even knows the laws of Port Charles, let alone, like, the laws of the U.S. I have no idea, like, how he's DA. It was like you are worried about firing Jordan Ashford because someone might think that's, like, a racial thing or something. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm black for all of those people who are like, oh, no, she's bringing up race. I'm not trying to bring up race. I don't want to bring up race. But, like, let's just be honest. Jordan's a terrible commissioner. And when I get to the Ashfords, I'll get into why. I will get into why. Because she just is. She's terrible. She's a terrible commissioner. Terrible commissioner. But, yeah, Robert, he's miserable. He is miserable. And there's nothing we can do about it. Because he's not allowed to capture Peter. He's not allowed to capture him. He's not allowed. The Robert Scorpio is not allowed to capture Peter. He's not allowed. He can't capture him. He's a super spy who's been great. Can't capture him. Frisco Jones is also not allowed to capture him. Surprisingly. Surprisingly, the best spies in the world cannot capture this man. They're not allowed. They're not allowed. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It's crazy to me. They are not allowed to be top secret agents for one man, so one man's character can work. Like, it's really crazy to me. It's really crazy. But let's do Sonny really quick because I did not do him with the Corinthos. I'm sorry. He's miserable. He's miserable. And people saying like, well, he's like out here living a better life. He's doing stuff. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. No one comes into the Tano, so he's not even being a bartender. I've never seen him make a drink. He made Trina some lunch, I think, but he didn't even know he was doing it. Excuse me. It's not the Rona. I'm vaccinated. But yeah, he's breaking in places. He's getting into shootouts with people. He's miserable. Honey, he's miserable. He doesn't know who he is. He has no idea who he is, but he's happy. He's in a better life. That doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. Okay, like, you don't like Carson, that's fine. But, like, stop acting like Sonny's in a better place. He's not in a better place. Having amnesia is not in a better place. No, not when you're wearing $10,000 suits in freaking January. Like, no. But yeah, moving on. The Ashfords. Miserable. Completely miserable. They're getting a divorce. What? For what? For what? For absolutely nothing. For nothing. They're getting a divorce. And Jordan is a dirty cop. Let's just keep that 100. She should have lost her job. a minute ago. Laura, you are too nice. You are too nice. Because she admitted to you that she's a dirty cop. She's working with Marcus Taggart. That should have been our first clue. Because he was a dirty cop when he was on the show. And there's been several dirty cops. I'm not adding like Robert or Mac or Anna into any of that. Even though Anna did shoot Carlos, shouldn't have done it. He deserved it. He deserved to die. But she shouldn't have done it. You know? So, like, all I'm saying is, like, keep it 100. Like, she should have been fired. Jordan should have been fired. She should be fired. Her and Curtis could have teamed up in some little, you know, detective agency, whatever. Black family detectives. Love it. Sounds great. Give me that storyline. No, they're going to divorce. And then freaking Curtis, it's like, I don't like being a detective anymore, which doesn't make any sense. Okay, you've been in nothing. You've done nothing on this show. Except be in people's business. That's why you have so many friends. Because you've been in everybody's business. But now you don't want to be in anybody's business. I don't like it anymore. Make it make sense. And now he owns the club. Like, Mac and Felicia, what, did they not get any insurance money? Like, there's no insurance money, honey? Like, the floating rib's gone. The floating rib is gone. It's gone. And we have to, this new club. That's the storyline. Curtis is miserable. That's what I learned. Curtis is miserable. That's called a midlife crisis. That's being miserable. You just, like, change careers and you buy a club with what money? What money? Oh, there's some money Sam bought for his fucking little book. How much did that book cost? Not club money. No, honey, no. He's taking out loans. He's doing reckless things. That's misery. That's what that is. Make it make sense. TJ, he's just realized he married a white woman. He just realized that. He's been dating this girl for a decade, longer, I don't know. He's been dating her forever, and he, like, just realized that she's white. He just realized it. What? Miserable. Because she's out here talking about she wants to become a cop. I want to be a cop. Like, what? I want to change the system from inside. Seriously, honey? Like, seriously, sis? This is what we're doing? Okay. Do you know who you just, like, became life partners with? I don't know. I know they're not really married. Like, who did you become life partners with? The guy whose dad is in jail for a crime he didn't commit? But you want to fix the system from the inside. Okay, miserable. I would be too. Because I would be so irritated with her. Like, girl, what? Moving on. Molly. And we're going to get into the Davis clan. Let's get into the Davis clan. I know I brought up Christina, but that's because she's a bum. She's not even a part of this clan anymore. Like, who knows what she's doing? She's off somewhere. Molly. Girl. I'm sorry. My boyfriend just came home and, like, I don't know. I decided to do this randomly. It's not used to it. Molly. What can we say about Molly? She's decided to become a cop. She's a cop now. Like, that's what's hot, being a cop. Your mother's in jail. Because she stabbed your cousin? I don't know. Yeah, your cousin. With a needle. Because she was drunk. And you have now decided to become a cop. That's what you decided to be. Really, girl? Okay. Like, your mom's in jail. You still live in the poor part of town, I assume. Because did they decide to live in Alexis's house? Whoever decides to listen to this, I'm not going to be upset if you don't. Do they live in Alexis's house? Because I would have taken that. Them acting all like, I don't know. Like, it's a free house. What? That's called privilege. That's privilege. And TJ wasn't even there. Because if TJ was there, I'm sorry. His mom is poor. He's poor. He would have been like, yeah, let's live in this house. We're going to live in this house now. Like, what? Girl, what? Oh, we're starting our lives. Yeah, started in this house. Like, what? Ugh, Molly. Sam. What can we say about Sam? This used to be my favorite character. It was like a tie between her and Carly, and I wanted them to be best friends. And when they became best friends, I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, this is the friendship we needed. This is the friendship we needed. And now, like, Carly just dismissed her, like, as she should have. Like, go away. Because you're not in the circle of trust anymore. You're not. You're not. You're not. You're not in the circle of trust. You're just not. What are you doing? What is Sam doing? What is she doing? What is Sam? Like, what is she doing? I don't know what she's doing. Like, she's pushing up on Dante. That's weird. That's weird. Why are you doing that? You guys share not one, but 2 siblings. 2. Dose. Do. 2 of them. 2 siblings you share. 2 siblings. And you're like, let me push up on Dante because we share Leo and that bum Christina. Okay. You left Jason. You left Jason to protect your kids. You were like, I gotta protect my kids. I gotta put them first. I'm on parole. Blah, 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 blah. Even though you, like, got a new parole officer who doesn't care. And you she didn't sell, but she, like, gave the proxy to your kids' ELQ shares to Valentine to be with Jason. But now we're leaving him because he's too dangerous. Make it make sense. And then, fine, that's what we're going with. Like, because some people are like, yay, Sam, you finally did it. Fine, we're going with that. Then what does she do? What does she do? She runs all the way up to wherever the hell Jason is to go run away with him to Canada for her kids. Make it make sense. Make Sam make sense. Make her make sense. Make her make sense. I don't get it. What are we doing with Sam? Just send her away at this point. Send her away and have her come back in a few years. Do what Days of Our Lives does. Days of Our Lives sends people away for like 6 months and then brings them back. Like, yeah, we're just going to send you away. Well, you'll be back. You know, just do that. Just do that. I don't know.